What is a six-figure luxury SUV without a hint of physics-defying sportiness? The X7 has that too, with a new V8 engine for the M60i trim. Both the X7, 40i xDrive and M60i variants caused quite a bit of controversy when the car made its debut. People stand back on the front end, just like they did with the debut of the M3 and M4. Her nose is big and a little tacky, but photographer lenses often make her appear bigger than she is in person. BMW's split headlights also give the SUV a bit of a frown, and the way the M version leans more towards car aesthetics doesn't help either. Other than that, the X7 is a handsome SUV. The proportions are spot on, even with the car's large, and optional, 23-inch wheels. The first BMW to be equipped with such large wheels. SUVs don't ride that way, but more on that in a moment. Both the front and rear fascia are completely new for 2023. The changes work best in the 40i trim, with chrome in there to help break up some of the face's mass. At the rear, new lights with 3D effects are combined with chrome bars. Each of the two X7 trims comes with its own unique powertrain, though both are AWD. First, the 40i has in it the classic BMW powertrain. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo mild hybrid inline-6 produces 375 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. That's up from last year's model by 40 horsepower and 52 pound-feet. To be honest, it's a very powerful powertrain. It's also very quiet, which delivers its power smoothly all the way to the red line. A BMW powertrain engineer describes the 48V motor hybrid setup. The motor of the unit sits inside the housing of a ZF-sourced 8-speed transmission, nice and comfortable with the gears. This will act as a low torque fill, or as a temporary boost torque during hard acceleration up to 398 pound-feet. Activate it by pulling the left shift paddle for 1 full second. That means the base model hits 60 in just 5.8 seconds. But the most critical for luxury cars, the 48V system can smooth the car's start-stop system. And it is, to the point where the action is almost imperceptible. Of course, what everyone wants to hear is the new M60i V8. It's a 4.4-liter turbocharged affair with its own 48-volt system. 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet sends the M60i to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. Turbocharged engine sounds, but the tune really shines from within. It's stately, without a hint of the turbo noise and deep V8 roar at cruising speeds. It doesn't sound as sound outside as inside. The BMW makes noise, but it sounds natural. Everything in the M60i is very good, but BMW tells us that they are also taking great care to push the car's faster chassis. First, the optional rear steering shrinks both cars around, though it comes standard on the M-tuned model. Active Comfort Drive with Road Preview also comes standard on the M60i and uses camera-based anticipation data to scan the road ahead of you and tailor your ride accordingly. You don't notice it at work, which is really impressive. Finally, an adaptive twin-axle air suspension setup is found on both models, but the 60i also packs active roll stabilization, which helps counteract the car's 5,800-pound weight. Frame in twisties. Sounds like magic, but it works. Shoot the M60i into a hairpin, crank the wheels, and wait for the car to be clean. It just doesn't, and will again make the V8 sound. This drive is only half the X7 experience. Sitting on the X7 is an interesting thing. The brand's comfort chair is now standard, and it's beautiful. But it's soon forgotten once it sinks into the car's supple vegan, leather, seats. A professional would be able to tell the difference side by side, but 99% of people can't. Of course, there are tons of technologies. BMW's new iDrive 8 dominates the passenger font cell. However, the system has its kinks. There are so many. Finding things can be a challenge, especially when the system is laggy, and bumping the iDrive controller the wrong way can lead to disaster. Otherwise, though, it can compete with the best from Mercedes and Audi. Pair that with voice control and driving assistance plus, and there's no need to lift a finger to operate the X7 at specific points. Other passengers will also feel pampered. A panoramic sunroof lets in plenty of light, and the 6-foot-tall driver partner can sit comfortably in the second and third rows. BMW still needs to make seat action for quicker third-row access. There's even a sunroof, climate control and a USB port for the third row. The result is a very luxurious vehicle. BMW makes using this car easy too. The switchgear controls the seats from the boot deck, making loading as easy as possible. All of the rear seats also fold flat, making for a truly surprising amount of space, 90.4 cubic feet. Studio apartments in Brooklyn are more expensive and give you less in return. Was blown away by the feel of the X7's interior. The massage chair helps relax, and the silence from both power plants means never to be distracted by anything. The X7 takes the principle of relieving stress while you drive and turns it into an 11. Not only do you relieve stress, you are happy when you reach your destination. Bowers & Wilkins helps with that. The sound system is clean, with the mids and lows still punchy and present without drowning out the smoother sounds of a select jam playlist. It may be an expensive option, but it's one you should fully enjoy in this car.